Hello friends, my name is Sonia Bharadwaj. I am HR professional. Uh, this is my very new channel named Saint Ganesha Practical HR and Law. Uh, Firstly, I would like to give you my very brief introduction. I am HR professional and I have adequate knowledge, education and experience to work in the field of HR. Uh, I have been associated with the automobile sector, textile or leather industries as a HR and compliance manager. So the main objective behind introducing this channel on YouTube is to share my knowledge and experience which I little bit have in the field of HR, IR, compliance or administration among my all friends who wish to know about any related day-to-day activities of HR as per their requirement. So in this series today I am going to discuss on this topic job responsibilities of HR manager. HR manager uh, is a key position of any organization. I am telling you about the common organizational structure of a HR department. Here is the HR manager, here is the assistant manager, here is the HR executive, and here is the timekeeper. So HR manager is a leader of all HR team of HR departments. Okay, basically HR manager is a team leader of HR team, as well as HR manager must own the qualities of a good team leader to implement all the HR policies of the company, right? So here I am going to tell the main job function of HR manager. Human resource, man is the key to all activities, because man is an active component, active part of any organization. Without any effort which are made by a man, man, machine, material, money, everything, every branch of the organization is worthless. Okay, because it's only human being who is going to operate the machine, who is going to do accounting work, who is going to do production work, who is going to do marketing work as well. So man is the key, man is the key of all the work process. So HR manager has to play so many important roles uh, to regulate the day-to-day activities of available human resource into an organization, which in the morning starts from the attendance and throughout the day. So there are so many day-to-day works and along with some other important tasks which are to be performed by the HR manager. So here is the detail which I am going to tell you in a very brief manner. First of all, manpower planning and recruitment and selection. The most important function of HR department is the manpower planning. While coordinating with other concerned HOD, HR manager has to first of all make the details that this much of suppose any new project, new order or new assignment is comes. Okay, then there is a need of manpower, or maybe in normal days as well, as per the depth of work. So then maybe manpower requirement, but for this HR manager has to assess the manpower requirement along whilst coordinating with the concerned HOD. The details, how many number of person, how many number of persons are required, their required qualifications, experiences, skills, male, female, and an offer salary, etc. These manpower planning is to be approved by the concerned authority. Then the recruitment and selection process gets started. Once it's contain like publishing or of advertisement, calling off of CVs, then screening, then arranging face-to-face interview, then the selection, then the joining formalities are required to be done, along with the preparation and maintenance of a personal record of a concerned employee. Then joining letter, appointment letter is to be issued. Okay, Post to this, there is a requirement of induction training. So manpower planning, recruitment and selection, then attendance, leave, salary administration. Okay. Uh, Nowadays there is a common procedure of preparation of salaries or maintaining of attendance record by payroll software. There is a punching machine which is linked with the payroll software. Once an employee marks his attendance by punching, automatically this goes to payroll for the salary preparation. There are so many requirements when getting the attendance and preparing the salary. It includes uh, how to grant leaves, holidays, some deductions are required to be made from the salary, PF, ESI deductions, etc. So all this important work, because this is the most important work of HR manager. So this is the sole responsibility of HR manager to get this work done along with his team, right? Next, ESI, PF, bonus, gratuity. Yes, these are some most important laws which are to be implemented by the concerned HR manager, because for ESI and PF the deductions are made from the concerned employee's salary, then along with the employer contribution which has to be deposited in the form of challan to the ESI or PF department via bank transaction, right? So this is the monthly task, but it requires day-to-day practice. So this work is to be done. Then bonus you know very well, is to be paid after within the 6 months of the completion of a financial year. Then gratuity, you know very well, gratuity is to be paid as per the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So these all works are to be done by the HR manager. Then statutory compliance. Yes, there are few labor laws which are to be implemented into a particular organization. This is the sole responsibility of HR manager to implement those laws into that company or factory or an office or an organization. Some of Factory Act, PF Act, TSI Act, Bonus Act, Gratuity Act, etc. Payment of Wages Act, Minimum Wages Act. So HR manager has to implement this act into the factory and has to submit the returns or challans, related challans within the due time, as well as to maintain and upkeep the record of the same for the future reference. Then HR training, performance appraisal. Now come to the HR development related works. Okay, it starts from the training. So there are various types of training which are to be provided to the concerned employee or worker. For example, if SA 8000-2014 principle is applicable in my factory, so I need to give training as per the MR instructions on MR format, and a training planner has to be made, and it is the duty of HR to arrange the training program. For example, in production department, if a new machine gets started and operator needs some additional training, so many times we need to call in an external trainer for this purpose. So few health and safety trainings are there, like firefighting training, first aid training. So this is the also responsibility of the HR manager, right? Then come to the compliance of SA 8000-2014 by. Yes, nowadays as we are in the globalization period, so there are so many international or national principles, like for SA 8000 or 2014. This is the social accountability principle. Suppose if applicable in one factory, then few principles are there, like no child labor, no bonded labor, salary system, attendance system, duty hours. So HR has to maintain or to implement all the principles as per the MR guidelines, as well as provide training to the workers and to maintain the record. So much documentation is there, like for SA of ISO related principles, as well as if in certain industries they have to follow the buyer code of conduct in order to get the order from the particular buyer. Okay, so this is the whole responsibility of HR, that HR related part of the buyer's code of conduct is to be implemented or maintained by the HR department. Many times we need to provide training to the workers in all the departments, so that everyone, if for also, if a new employee comes to join the company, this is the responsibility to HR to provide induction training as well in regards to prevailing principle of that or buyer's code of conduct of that particular company, right? Next is licensing. Okay, if so many labor laws are implemented into a particular factory or unit or an office, so this is the duty of HR manager to do the licensing with the concerned department, like for PF office, CSI office, labor office, etc., and to upkeep and maintain the record of the same. Next, HR record keeping. In common opinion, HR records first start with the personal file maintaining, then attendance, leave, and salary and wages related record, PF, ESI related record, as well as other statutory compliance related records, buyer compliance related record, as well as a 8000 means social compliance related record if applicable, then other administration or day-to-day activities related records. Then come to the IR issue of various letters. IR is a very great problem, means industrial disputes, industrial relation. So in day-to-day HR dealing, we have to face some little grievances from the workers. If these grievances are not stopped at the earliest level, then it may take a very huge form. So this is the sole responsibility of HR manager while keeping following the local labor laws HR, as well as the available company's policy or the grievance redressal system and procedure. HR manager has to dissolve the grievances at their root level, right? And to inform the concerned, in that way, on that way. Next is the HR policies. Okay, one more thing, that the maximum or almost 90% of HR functions are being done on in writing, not in on oral form. For example, if I am going to make correspondence to an employee who is coming late, one time, two time, three time, I will have oral discussion with him or her. Next time I will issue him and her first warning letter, second warning letter, third warning letter, then show cause notice. Then next further step will be taken by the HR manager. So HR manager has to be well versed with good drafting skill, because he has to issue so many various letters to the employees as well as to the external agencies, right? And drafting of good email also, to make correspondence with external agencies, right? Then HR policies. Yeah, of course, nowadays many of the companies, they have their own HR policies. So this is the whole sole duty of HR manager to implement those policies into the factory. These policies are universal in nature, and policies are not rigid. Policies are subject to change, but review of policies and standardization policy is the function of HR manager, right? Then procedure as well. Suppose example, I am having recruitment policy, and in my policy book I am having recruitment policy, and that is one interview assessment form is also enclosed there. So when I will take the interview, I will do the recruitment, so at that time I will make use of that prescribed interview assessment form. This is the procedure. Exit formalities. Okay, once when any employee leaves the company, there is a prevailing practice that he or she needs to put resignation in writing, or he must give 1 month or 2 month notice, 3 month notice period as per the company's policy and the conditions which are already laid down in his or her appointment letter. Then NOC is obtained and full and final is made by the HR department or the HR manager. One more practice is there, the process of exit interviews. During exit interviews, it's been asked from the employee that why is he or she going to leave my company. Okay, then health and safety. Yes, like firefighting training, first aid training, and machine safety, electronic safety. So all these trainings and processes are to be implemented and maintained by the concerned HR department or manager. Overall, HR manager is a key person who used to monitor and control all the uh, human resource related activities apart from his duties, which is to be duties are always distributed and supervised by the concerned supervisor. But apart from this, all administrative functions or other related functions are managed or monitored by the HR department. So in brief, I would like to say that HR manager main function is to manage man tactfully. This is the main duty of HR manager of any company, right friends? So I hope that via this small interaction, in a very brief way, I have told you about the main responsibilities of a HR manager. These are the generalist profiles of a HR manager, which is commonly, these are the duties commonly discharged by an HR manager in so many companies. I hope that you would like my work, and really if you like my level, you may subscribe it, else you may like or share it. Thank you so much.